another one I wanted to talk about before we get to tonight's game, because again, by the time this comes out, tonight's game will almost have started. Nick Kyprios reported in the Toronto Star that Toronto was very much in on the Jake Markstrom sweepstakes. And I know Steve's got no opinions on this. And the Calgary Flames netminder, who had a full no trade clause, would have waived it for a move to the Leafs.
Damn, that's crazy.
Who reported this?
Nick Kyprios.
Is this in his column called Damn, That's Crazy? Because, like, guys, okay, I will say this. I think every rumor about the Leafs trading with the Flames, I don't necessarily think it's made up. I would never accuse Kyprios of making something up. He's very well connected. I will say this, not knowing exactly what's going on, every moment, every single second Brad Treliving spends on the phone with Craig Conroy or anyone else associated with the Calgary Flames is a profound waste of time.
Why?
They're not trading with you. They're not. Was Zadorov a good Leaf? He wasn't on the ice for a single goal against.
Okay.
Same goes for noted Leaf Chris Tanev.
Why?
Oh, he never had a goal against.
Why? No, but why? Why is it a waste of time?
Because he's a great defenseman is why.
Why, Steve, is it a waste of time?
Because they're not trading with you, Bradley.
Why?
Brad! Because you quit!
The owner
They
hates
don't
him.
like you, Brad!
The owner hates him. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, but I have a good working relationship with Craig. Who gives a damn about Craig?
Yeah, no.
Craig doesn't make the decisions. He's the GM of the Calgary Flames. You know how powerless that position is, Brad. What are you doing? Every waking moment you spend on the phone with this hockey team, you're wasting the time and resources of the Toronto Maple Leafs who you work for now. Stop calling them. Stop it. Stop it. I'll withdraw this the second the Leafs actually make a deal with the Flames, if that ever friggin' happens. But we're 3 for 3 now in terms of you get Zadorov. Oh, you don't get Zadorov. You get Tanev. Oh, you don't get Tanev. You get Markstrom. Oh, you don't get Markstrom. Fart, boo, hiss, and piss. I do not listen to rumors about the Leafs making deals with the Calgary Flames. Nope. Done. Over.
Well, I'm not really
Banned.
sure. I'm not really sure what the Calgary Flames, unless they're moving Mackenzie Weegar or Rasmus Anderson, I'm not sure what the Calgary Flames and Toronto Maple Leafs have to call each other about anymore anyways. Zadorov and Tanev made a lot of sense.
They can move their bowels into their hat is what they can do. They can move their bowels into their hat. I'm done talking about them making deals with the Leafs.
Okay.
It's over.
Okay. If the Markstrom deal had happened, and I think what did Calgary retain? 35%?
About that.
So that's what?
Much.
$1 million or $2 million or something like that. My question at that number,
1.875.
1.875, and the Leafs probably wouldn't have been willing to part with their first round pick for this, the way the Devils were, right? Like I don't think the Leafs would have done that. So
yeah, fair enough.
So then they would have been like, don't retain, we'll just take the whole salary. Okay. And it would have been hilarious to get an entire season of Steve watching Jake Markstrom up close, leave the net to play the puck. It would have been incredible. Like, you don't understand how we were robbed here. Don Maloney, Dave Nonis, Craig Conroy, you should be ashamed of yourselves. The entertainment value would have been amazing. And by the way, I'm less about the owner now. I'm more about the Don Maloney and Brad Treliving. But anyway, the point I want to make here is that
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I do think it says something, if you're reading the tea leaves a little bit, about where the Leafs' heads are at. I think that there is major salary leaving the books. $6 million coming in. Because I don't think, guys, does it make sense for you in your mind that the Leafs would give up a first round pick now? I don't think so. Even for 2025. Because you're saving that if you have a good year for the trade deadline, if you even use it then. Right?
Well, forget the value of the asset, Adam. You're doing basic math here. Like, they bring in a $6 million goaltender. How the hell you afford the rest of the team?
Exactly. And I know they've got some of the most money to spend. It's like $18 million or something, but that goes pretty quick, right?
It's It's a lazy narrative that's out there that the Leafs have all this money to spend. It's lazy.
I don't know how much they were actually in on it. I don't know how much we can look into this.
But the fact that they were considering it to me seems
I
like
think
they think they're confident they're going to move
they
some
consider
salary.
everything. I think they've looked into I don't think there's a thing out there that Brad Treliving doesn't consider. I think he's in on everything. It just seems like based on how long he's been here and his tenure in Calgary, whenever there's a player out there, they look into it. And I think that's the right way to be a GM. You do your due diligence and you say, hey, how would this work? How would this work? So I don't know when you hear, hey, Toronto was in on X player, if there's a lot to look into because they're in on every player. So what's the takeaway?
A couple points there. The reason the Calgary Flames keep ending up in rumors with the Toronto Maple Leafs is because Dave Nonis never deleted any of the numbers in his phone.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That dude, he's a leaky general manager, leaky assistant GM. He leaked everything when he was with Toronto. He's doing it again in Calgary. It's easy. It's just easy. And it's a shame that everyone's making it so easy. The other thing is, okay, so I'm on Cap Friendly right now, and I'm going to enjoy my final moments being able to say that. 18.8. So let's say 19 million. Let's round up. The Leafs have 19 million to spend. Well, let's look at their free agents coming off the books so that we have an idea of what we need to replace. So with $19 million, you got to replace Ilya Samsonov's coming off the books. Okay, so starting goaltender or tandem goaltender. So you're looking at bringing in at least that amount of money
Laurent
that's
Brossoit.
coming off the books. Right. Laurent Brossoit is going to cost not much different than what Samsonov cost. Which
about $3 million, right?
Yeah. Samsonov, I think, got bumped up to 3.5 after making 3. Ilya Lyubushkin. Oh, okay. So just D partner for your top D man. Cool. Giordano, okay, replacement level. Joel Edmondson, replacement level. TJ Brody spent most of the season as top pair defense partner for Morgan Riley. Okay. Timothy Liljegren, so there's another depth defenseman. Max Domi and Tyler Bertuzzi. So there's 2/3 of your top line heading into the playoffs. Okay. Nick Robertson, okay, replacement level-ish. Noah Gregor, replacement level, definitely. Connor Dewar, replacement level. But you're talking starting or tandem goalie.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to go with top liners, okay, fine. 2 top 6 forwards, and a significant chunk of your D-core. That 19 million is going to evaporate like that.
Absolutely. So, unless
unless
you want to roll
they
the
have
same
so
team.
much to play with. Bullshit.
Unless you want to roll the same team, right?
Well, you can't. I don't think people are understanding. Like, everyone's got the 11.5 that Nylander's going to make next year. People are not appreciating that it's up from 6.9. 6.9. He's going to make $4.6 million more than he did last year. So, and then Matthews is going to make 13.25 up from 11.6.
Yeah, so there's your cap.
If you run it back,
your cap's gone. The new cap is gone.
The new cap is gone and then some. So the cap is going up, but the money you're putting into the core 4 is going up more than that. So you run the team back. You are committing to having a worse team than last year. Let's not forget how many guys were on LTIR in order to even make that bullshit work last year. They can't do this again. And I earnestly don't think they want to. I think most of what's out there about Marner is bullshit, and he will be traded.
Yeah, there was a report from Biz about the Leafs working on an extension. Don't believe it. Not that I don't. Not that I'm saying that Biz's source is wrong, because I have no idea what his source is. But I will say this: opposite to everything we've heard. Opposite.
I mean, take it from me. Sources can burn, guys.
Oh yeah. Why? What happened?